So that shiny new game just came out, Alan Wake 2. And you want to know if it's worth your time, right? Well, let's take a look at the game First Impressions. Right when the game starts, there's a little scene, but it's just a little intro. The actual first gameplay, you get to walk around as a big ol' hairy guy who is in the nude. He's obviously a male model with this sort of physique. Moving on, as you get higher up the trail, the guy starts getting shot until eventually they capture him. Also, you get some real nice shots of this guy's butt, if you're into that sort of thing. This guy gets strapped down to a table and his heart cut right out of him. Then two random hikers come across this scene and start running away, while the cultists chase him down. Then the game cuts to two FBI agents in a car on their way to investigate the murder. Saga Anderson, the female, and Alex Casey, the male. You play as Saga from this point on. Deputy Mulligan and Deputy Thornton are the local officers, and they're both a bit goofy to listen to. They provide a little comedic relief, and I appreciate that.
Saga Anderson, I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, that,
Where's those damn fists gonna show up, Mulligan?
Federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, inside.
I need to say I haven't played the original Alan Wake, so I'm definitely out of the loop on some things here, and this Saga lady seems to have some sort of mind power. Either that, or she's just really good at imagining things in her head. I'm actually unsure which it is. Either way, her ability is really cool. She has something called a mind place. She says it's her version of the mind palace technique, which I also have no idea what that is. But the whole thing is real neat. Within the mind place is the case board. You'll be coming back here regularly to continue the case. You won't be able to progress without the case board, so get used to it. It's like classic detective work that you see in movies or shows. Photos, notes, the whole nine. You can easily enter and leave the mind place just from a button press. Also, time still moves on the outside when you're in there, as it's in her head. So don't do this at critical times or around enemies. There's more to do in the mind place, and I'll get to that later. So after you interact with that, it's time to meet Thornton and check out the crime scene.
So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob?
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
The body is still nude, and his little dingleberry is right there for the world to see. So you're gonna wanna watch out for that, or you might like it. I'll try to keep the footage away from that so you don't get any desires. Anytime you get the photos shown on the bottom left, you can go right to the mind place and put them on your caseboard, which furthers the story and investigation. As it turns out, the victim is Agent Nightingale, an ex-FBI agent who has been missing for 13 years. So you use that some more, ask some questions, and now you've unlocked profiling. This helps Saga get into the heads of the suspects and victims. This is also something you'll be using fairly often.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
That's some freaky stuff right there. Anyways, I played for over 2.5 hours, so I'll be skipping over lots of little details. Saga tells the deputy to send the body to the morgue, and she will go there and look at it herself. So we both drive to the town to go to the morgue. I spent a while combing through the whole town. I found one thing of note. A lunchbox with manuscript fragments inside of it. Inside your mind place behind the bar, there's a magazine. You can upgrade your weapon there with the fragments that you find.
The passage of time is deceiving.
The days of our lives are fleeting,
And they end in the end. They end.
Then in the diner where you interview the two hiker witnesses, a waitress says some weird stuff.
Saga! Saga Anderson, as I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me. I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl? She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember. How do you know I have a daughter? Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time. No. You're mistaking me for someone else. If you say so. Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Something really freaky is going down, and I like it. How does Rose know those things? And why would she say her daughter drowned? In the beginning scene, Saga's daughter was just fine, and she was talking to her on the phone in the car. Before I went into the morgue, I looked around the building and came across a TV. What I saw on it may just be the best thing ever.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. You've only had a tour guide also. It's bear season. Oh no, a bear. Help. Did somebody call for a tour guide? That is true, Yanko. Many local attractions have recently become fenced off by the government. And that's why, at Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours, we say, fuck the government. We have bolt cutters. Oh, wow. You think of everything. And we'll take you anywhere.
That was a real treat to watch, wasn't it? Okay, so in the morgue is where things get freaky. Saga finds a paper in Nightingale's chest, and it's written by Alan Wake, the writer, who's been missing for 13 years. This is the second paper from him found so far. Then Sheriff Breaker really kicks things off.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait!
Sheriff?
What the hell? Show me the clicker.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
Shit. He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
This whole situation went real crazy, real fast. The sheriff just disappeared. What the heck? And then Nightingale comes back to life, even though he doesn't even have a heart. The paper she read said that the light would protect her, and it's true. You could not see Saga while she was standing in the light. So you run out, grab the gun, shoot him a couple times, and then he just disappears. That ends chapter 1, but I played until the end of chapter 2. Also, after the end of each chapter, a song is played, and here's a snippet of that. Okay, so chapter 2, I'll be skipping over stuff again here, and actually a lot more than I did in chapter 1. Also, I randomly looked at this dead officer, and what I saw almost made me poop myself. Her eyes are moving, but she's clearly dead. This is one creepy glitch. Anyways, for chapter 2, you head back to Cauldron Lake for more investigating. One thing you need to do is to get a fuse so that you can turn on the lights of a building named the Witch's Hut. This building acts as a safe area. It's called a break room, and the thermos on the table is where you can save your game. The next thing you gotta do is head to the general store that's all run down so you can get Nightingale's heart from the freezer. A madman attacks you with an axe, but he has some sort of distorted darkness around him, and whenever you come across that distorted darkness, you can use your flashlight boost to burn through it. Once it's gone, you can shoot them normally. When she gets the heart, she just straight up grabs it with her bare hand. That's nasty. Once you make your way to the sign with a hole in it, you have to place the heart inside of it and perform a ritual.
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror. I brought you the Heart Witch. Show me the terror.
Once you do that, a pathway into the tree trunk opens. It's something called the overlap. I believe it's another reality that overlaps normal reality, or something along those lines. I'm not really sure. This is now the area of a boss fight with Nightingale. He kept popping up and I had to keep shooting him. Once you defeat him, you have some sort of shaky talk with Alan Wake, the writer who's been missing for 13 years.
I can hear you.
Cauldron Lake.
Yes, I'm at Cauldron Lake. Where are you?
How to escape. In danger. The dark presence.
What's your name?
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've been...
Wake? Where did you come from? You've been missing for 13 years.
13.
So that's the end of chapter 2, but there's another song at the end of the chapter, so here's another snippet of that song.
In the dark, miles apart, made a promise that I'm coming out alive. Raging heart, went too far. I will never lose myself again, or
This is where I called it quits, at the end of chapter 2. This game is freaking awesome. I love single player games, and this one just does everything right. The story is very interesting, the graphics are good. Too good actually. I had to play with my settings and use DLSS on balance on top of that. I can only imagine what this game looks like with everything turned to maximum. If your PC hardware is too low spec'd, you may have trouble with this game. The mind space with the caseboard and all that other stuff in there is just so cool. I felt like a real detective in there. The cult, the rituals, the supernatural things happening, just wow. I love it. I have zero negative things to say about this game. It's just all positive from me. The Alan Wake soundtrack is really impressive as well. They really put some time into this game, and it shows. If you like single player games, then just buy the game and experience it for yourself. It's that good. That's my personal opinion though. Whether or not this is your type of game, I'll see you on the next one.